Hi, Dr. Todd Sullivan from Nova Chiropractic and Acupuncture. One brand of resistance bands that I really like for warm-ups, especially for shoulder warm-ups, is a brand called the Superflex Bands. What I like about them is there's different resistance levels you can get. They offer resistance bands that are very light, and what's great about them is you can do like a full shoulder warm-up and do my three main exercises I like to do before I work out my shoulders, and it provides enough resistance but not too much. A lot of times the resistance bands you get for doing pull-ups are a thicker, heavier band, and they're just not good for warming up your shoulders. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have Renee demonstrate the typical 3 exercises I do before I work out my upper body and show you how these Superflex bands work and why they're so effective. All right, so Renee, I'm going to have you demonstrate this first one where we're going to do an overhead press and then a separation with your arms. So what she's going to do is she's going to step into this Superflex band, and then she's going to do a press above her head, and then she's going to separate her arms like that. And what's nice, again, you get resistance, but it's not like you're struggling to get up there. So from a range of motion standpoint, you get a good stretch, and it also facilitates those shoulder muscles and helps recruit them, and it helps get them warmed up for the regular exercise. So what I would do is I would do 10 presses like that, up above, and then separate. And again, you should feel it really in your shoulder blade, upper back muscles, and this works great. The next exercise I like to do is we call them band pull-aparts. So what she's going to do, she's going to double up the band, make it a little bit more resistant, and now what she's going to do is she's going to separate her arms, bring arms out to the side, and the band should go right across your chest, and then bring it back in. And again, we're just activating those scapular stabilizers in the back of the shoulder, which will help with the workouts. And again, I would do about 10 repetitions with a band pull-aparts. The third shoulder exercise I like to do with the Superflex bands is to create the W. The third warm-up exercise I like to do with the Superflex bands is to do the W exercise. So Renee, I'm going to have you face that direction. And what she's going to do, she's going to hold the bands in her hand out in front. And what she wants to do is she wants to create a W as she brings her arms back. And you can see that W formation with her arms and back. And what we're doing is, again, we're working these scapular stabilizers and helping to put the shoulder in a correct position and while activating those muscles. It helps to prevent any shoulder injuries, and this is a great exercise to do with the Superflex bands. And again, because it provides enough resistance, you're not struggling to get in that position, and you can use good form and then warm up those muscles correctly. Do me a favor, let's have you turn and face the camera. Let's just demonstrate that same thing, but from the front. So again, she's going to double up the band to give it a little bit more resistance, and then she's going to go into that W position there. The brand I recommend are the Superflex bands. If you Google that, that'll pop them up. And what's, again, great about them is you can go very light in resistance, but they're a very thin band. They're not a really thick band, which is another nice aspect of it when you're doing the warm-ups. I would recommend you try these Superflex bands for shoulder warm-ups. You can also use them for lower body. If you have any questions, reach out to me at 703-912-7822 or schedule online at novachirowellness.com.